My husband and my sister had been having an affair for 3 years. Now, my sister's husband, my brother-in-law, he had always made comments that he didn't think that she was his, which I always thought was insane. I was like, how in the world could you say that about your own daughter? But when my sister went on a work trip, he decided to do a DNA test. Lo and behold, DNA did not match his. He calls me up. We're pretty close. He is hysterical, and he says, so-and-so is not mine. She fucking cheated on me. I don't know what to do. He was like, can you please just call her and talk to her? After I hung up with him, I immediately called my husband, who happened to be on a boys' trip. Except he didn't answer me, and when I went to check his location was off. So I call my sister, and I'm like, hey, what the fuck? And I'm like, you need to come clean. You need to tell him who the dad is, because this is messed up. She freaks out on me. She's like, stay out of my life, stay out of my business, and hangs up. My brother-in-law calls me back, and he's like, I've got her iPad here. I'm figuring this shit out. She just blocked me and turned her effing location off. So I said, wait, that's weird, because I just checked my husband's location and his is off. He asked me if I knew her passcode or what it could be, and I was like, I have no freaking idea. I didn't think my sister was capable of this. I don't think I know her. He did too many attempts and ended up locking it. Well, we're waiting. All of a sudden, there's an alert on her iPad. A text message from my husband, who didn't answer my phone call. We end up finally getting into this iPad and found out that they had been seeing each other for 3 whole years, and that they were very aware who the father was. I ended up serving my husband with divorce papers a month later. He had always been a super controlling dude. He wouldn't even let me use toys in the bedroom or anything like that. Flipped the F out when I used a spicy cube one time without asking him. Said that I wasn't allowed to take anything. So when he was at work and thinking that we were going to work things out, I packed up literally all of my shit. Not one trace of me was left in that home. Except for an empty box of spicy cubes, because I can take those whenever the I want now. Haven't talked to my sister in 6 months. So that's been weird. I was super close with my niece, so the whole dynamic has been very odd. I miss her. It's not her fault. I found out that
love enough, or maybe we do, I've just never heard it the way I'm about to say it, is how being betrayed by your family will literally alter your brain chemistry. It literally changes the way you view the world, view yourself, view relationships. Of course you're going to perceive every woman as a hater if your biggest op was your own mom. Of course you probably are going to think every man isn't shit if you've never, seen a good example of what a good man is. Of course you probably suck at relationships if you've never had a good example of what healthy love is. And of course you're probably a pessimist and you go out in the world thinking good things just can't happen to you if those who are supposed to love you the most literally tried to destroy you. When I tell y'all it took me a full year to recalibrate my nervous system, because I realized I was not perceiving the world in the right way. I'm a talented, beautiful person, but for some reason I could not see myself that way, and I was carrying a lot of shame and I didn't know why. And I realized it was tied to the relationships that I was in growing up. Of course I'm perceiving myself in this negative light, or of course I'm perceiving the world in a very woe is me, good things don't happen to me, because the people who are supposed to love me literally betrayed me. And while these things aren't your fault, at some point it becomes your responsibility to heal that, right? I couldn't keep just going through life being a victim of my circumstances and, you know, treating people shitty because of the things that happened to me. At some point, it is your responsibility to heal the things that have happened to you. It sucks. It's sad. But either you're going to heal and become better, or you're going to let the people who betrayed you turn you into them.
One of the first traumatic betrayal experiences that a child goes through is when a parent goes and tells the things that a child is going through to a family member or to other family members. Let's talk about it. See, we always get the results of trauma from a child, but we never understand the root cause of why this keeps happening. It's crazy because we never talk about these things, but it is very traumatizing in itself when we grow up in households where parents tell us what goes on in this house stays in this house, but yet you go and tell the things that a child is going through to other family members. And now other family members get to cast their opinions, their judgment, and just overall what they feel and think onto the child. And then you sell a narrative to the family members that the child is just disobedient, disruptive, angry, doesn't want to listen, and is just downright disrespectful, when really your behavior is part of the issue. Where's your accountability?
I just know that everything bad I go through is a result of my dad's actions, because something in my heart tells me that along the way in his life, one of the many women that he fucked over and hurt cursed him, but not him. Like, I know somebody was hurt at such a degree that she was like, you know what? I hope that everything that you've ever done to me, every bit of pain that you've ever put me through, your daughter experiences. And do. Baby girl, I don't know who you are, but I want you to know, and do. Please release me from those shackles. Like, I'm so sorry for what he did to you, but take me out of the equation, because it does hit me. And honestly, the worst part of it is, he's not fazed. Like, I know you thought you ate and you did your big one with that because you thought he was going to really be fazed by it. No, my dad goes to sleep well at night. It's me. I'm alive and awake with his demons.
As someone who is in the process of getting a divorce, if there was any advice that I could give to someone who is getting married, this is what it would be. One of the main things, like number one on the list, you always need to remember that your in-laws are not your family. Your in-laws are not your family. Everything is going to be sweet in the beginning. Y'all can be tight, whatever the case is. But the moment shit hits the fan in your marriage, they are not going to cover you. They are not going to have your back. Their main priority is going to be the person that you've married. Like whether it's their, brother, son, whatever. Like, and if you're the wife, right? If you take it as like, oh no, this is my family, you're gonna be so disappointed. I'm telling you. And y'all can just be saying like, oh, I'm just saying this because I'm getting a divorce. Maybe I'm bitter. I promise you, it's not even coming from that mindset. It's just coming from experience. The moment shit hits the fan in that marriage, you're gonna really see who's there for you and who's not. Niggas will deadass leave you dry. It's not even a joke. Niggas will deadass leave you with nothing. Nothing. So it's always best to just put that at the forefront of your brain. Like, hey, I love these people. I care for these people, but they are still not your family. It's good for you to, even if you decided to move in with somebody that's across the country, maybe you're with their family and your family is on the other side of the country, still make sure that you maintain a decent relationship with your family, because you never know when you're going to need them. If shit hits the fan, you're going to need your family. The two becoming one is a beautiful thing, but always make sure that you are good and that you're fine, because at the end of the day, you got you.